Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, sir.
Tory Lanez.
Yeah, man. What's poppin'?
What's up, man? You want to start with the bullshit or no?
No,
I know he just got a bunch of bullshit.
The
first thing I want to say to Tory is people can say a lot of shit about Tory, but they can't say you don't know how to make good music.
Thank you.
Chixtape 5 is really dope.
That was really
It's
dope.
really
From the
dope.
bottom of my heart, I appreciate that.
I could tell you were raised on the mixtape game, because that just reminded me of the mixtape game. Just
thank
the
you so much.
feeling, the energy.
Well, I mean, hence why
tape.
it's called Chixtape. You know, it's a mixtape for the chicks.
Right.
It's a Chixtape, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I definitely am happy about just the way it's being received and, like, the fact that I'm finally able to drop a Chixtape as an album. It's always been a mixtape beforehand, and it was always for free and, you know, stuff like that. And so the fact that it was able to go on platforms this time is, like, the biggest thing to me, you know?
What does it mean to you, though? Because, I mean, the series played such a vital role in your career. So what does doing it like this mean to you?
It's like it was always hard to clear, you know, the album. And so, like, and we never thought that we would ever clear the album. And even when we did the other albums, we always said to ourselves, like, yo, imagine one day we get the real artist, but nah, that's not going to happen. So the fact that it actually happened and it was cleared was like, yeah, I can't even. It's like a loss of words. It's not even a describable feeling.
What was the budget though for this thing? Because this, I mean,
I mean, it wasn't as much as you think. You know, the label didn't really want to. You know, it wasn't really the most feasible thing for them as far as like them getting their return, because samples cost money and stuff like that. But a lot of things I had to share, just call a lot of people by face value and just say, yo, this is what I'm doing. And a lot of people were actually more nicer than I thought. You know what I'm saying? And it actually ended up going good. Like,
who's nicer than you thought? Who was one of those people that you called? It was like, oh.
I didn't think that the Dream was going to do my shit. I'm like, this nigga,
Really?
You know, he write everything for Beyonce and all these people. He got tons of Grammys. You see him with Jay-Z one day. You know what I'm saying? It's just like certain people I just didn't think. I thought they was like out of reach. I didn't think Lil Wayne was going to come back and do it either. I thought like, you know, he's going to, you know, be too cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's one of them things where it's like, I'm still asking these people to come back on some of the greatest songs. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go for no in-between joints or nothing like that. I went for the greatest records I could think of. You know what I'm saying? So, which
is hard to do. That's why I say I really fuck with this tape, because sometimes people do things like that and it's almost like a crutch. But you actually made some of these songs sound just as good.
No, thank you so much.
Like the beautiful shit
bro.
with Snoop, hard.
Thank you. That's even hard. Down to the beat of that. Like, I was like, yo, I got to come correct, because what people don't know is I'm very involved when it comes down to the production. That's why the production sounds so weird.
I could tell it.
I don't know how to produce like Metro Boomin or play Picasso, or like I don't know how to do it in a standard way. So like for me, I just go off of sheer, this feels good, this feels great. Let's put this here. I don't care if it's off key. I don't care what
the Neptune sound.
It just feels good. And so I'm like, yo, Pharrell gonna hear this. I can't make a fool about this. He's got to hear this to clear this.
Right.
So I gotta go hard. So I just stuff like that. I'm glad that y'all, you know, y'all feel that way about it.
What about the 2000s made you want to flip all those records?
Well, I don't think enough people say this, but you know, I know that we always speak about the 90s, like the golden years, but the golden years for me were the early 2000s. For me, as a 90s baby. Because if you're born in the 90s, yeah, you're from the 90s, but you was a little child when you was in the 90s. Like, you know, when you was a teenager, when you was getting your first kiss and you was getting your first dance in a party, when you was doing your first things that you was ever doing, it was at that time. And so I look at the early 2000s, like those were my golden years, you feel me? And so I felt like touching on them, you know?
You know what I respect too? I respect the fact you're a real nigga too, man. Because you're the only person out here admitting that you had some work done on your hairline.
Yeah, you gotta let niggas know, man.
Some niggas still choose to lie.
But see, I told you, next time I come in here, I was gonna come a little more dark.
Now let me.
And you know what I'm saying? I was gonna come a little more dark and a little more dark.
Now, what did you do to your hair, Tory?
Okay, so look.
Same thing you did to yours,
no,
King.
We gonna have this conversation in a second. No,
so what happened?
He wore his hat on purpose today.
I'm explaining.
He knew he was coming. He was like, I ain't even gonna do that.
No, I'm explaining. Go ahead, Tory. What did you do to
Take
yours?
the hat off.
Can I see the hat?
In a second, I'm gonna take my hat off. In a second. Go ahead, Tory.
See, I was him last time.
No, it's not. See, now you let me down. I don't have hair plugs or follicles or none of that. I want you to pause. You got to touch it for yourself so you can see this real, right?
All right, go ahead.
My hair grows. He just mad.
This motherfucking shit grew again. Jazz, you see this shit?
See, this is my real hair.
This dude is crazy.
Tory,
Tory, he had a fucking Caesar Friday.
No, it did not.
This guy is crazy.
It's his hair though.
That's my hair.
Tory, stop, man. I know this person. I've been working with him for 9 years.
I just let my hair grow. This is the first time I let it grow. That's it. I just had Caesars all the time.
What did you do, Tory?
But see, that's the thing though. See, right? See, like basically what I did for my edges, right, is what they have these things also called PRP shots, right?
Yes.
Basically where you take like the blood,
out of you
from your arm or whatever the case is, and then they'll put the blood in like the dead cells of like your hairs. Basically, the doctor that I went to, right, is a dude who he does a lot of stem cell research. So every day he comes up with new stuff, but it's specifically for Black and Hispanic hair, like Latino hair. So like people like you and me and like everybody in this room. I'm sorry to the white cameraman. But everybody that's in this room, he's specifically has certain things.
No, my dermatologist, Dr. Sandy does that.
Now don't get me wrong. Now, boom, I had to do a procedure also with the follicles too. You feel me? Just on my edges, because that's where I was losing it. It was on the corners of my head. You feel me? When I did it, you can get it and still not come back. That's what niggas don't understand. Like, you can still, like, you got to let time, number one, it got to grow. That's why last time I came on the show, I was like, yo, bro, when I come back here, it's going to be darker. Like, this isn't some procedure that just looks like this, like I got a tattoo on my head. Like, nah, my hair has to grow. Like, you know, your real hair still got to be, you know? So, boom, when I got it done, or whatever the case is, I was looking at a lot of dudes like, damn, bro, like, I kind of feel sorry for a lot of y'all, because right now y'all have it. And in 3 years, this is gone. Like, yo, like that's why, like, see, for me, and I want to always attest to something. I went through all phases for niggas.
What you mean?
I was the one guy who went through all phases for niggas, dog. Like, I had the receding joint.
Yeah.
Right? Both sides. Hello.
Mine was, listen, see, mine is coming back. See, I got to keep a
shut
brush
up,
though.
man.
Look,
I don't know what he's doing,
but he's doing something right.
See?
All right. Boom. I had the receding joint.
Right.
I said, you know what? I'm going to shave it all off. Most niggas at the receding joint, they just try to keep it. They start, you know, being like.
That's him. He got to shave
it. It looks like RoboCop with the mask off. It looks crazy.
It looks crazy. I was like, I can't keep it. Shaved it all bald. I went bald for niggas. I showed niggas there was a way out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Boom. Then I was like, yo, I got to come back. I showed niggas there was a way to come back.
Right.
But now hold on. I showed niggas, you know what I'm saying? I had the light, the zero, the one, you know? But now it's like I'm using even like down to like the stuff that I put in my hair. Like I use like all organic products and stuff. Like, cause I knew.
Keep talking.
This is
This is
the secret.
You're lying.
This is the secret. This is the secret. This is the secret.
I'm glad we have a professional.
He said he said he started seeing Dr. Sebi, so he's changed his diet, went vegan, holistic, organic shit.
I did not say that.
He said it was his diet.
Let
he told
Tory
it was his
speak.
diet.
Let Tory speak.
I will say this.
Go ahead. Let Tory speak. Go ahead.
What people don't realize is there is a lot of stuff that's made from the earth.
Preach.
That is here to actually like enrich and stop your hair from having those issues early. But if you got to catch it.
You gotta catch it. Not when you 40 plus, Envy.
I caught mine.
Okay.
Wait, look.
That's what I'm. Listen, if
bro.
Come on, Tory. He's combing it.
So what?
This
You
is
can
my
comb
real
yours?
hair. There's not no follicles.
You can't comb yours?
Of course I can comb mine. But mine's real. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to remember.
But you did a procedure to get it back.
Yeah,
you did something.
But
He acting like this shit just grew.
It did. You've been with me every day.
And here's the thing too. You gotta. It's gotta be one of those things where the follicles that they put in your hair from your hair have to be growing. Like, you have to have hair that grows either from the back side or somewhere in your hair in order for it to work.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work. Like, you know what I'm saying? If your hair doesn't actually grow, but once
you're a hater.
Once they do it, your hair is gonna grow exactly like how it would grow.
That PRP shit is painful, bro.
You think so?
All the shots in your head?
It's not that. It's not like some bunch of shots like that. It's not like a bunch of tiny shots. It's like they'll give you like 3 or 4 shots.
They hit you where you balding at, or where you want the hairline
for you,
to
it's
be.
everywhere.
That's where the cells in your hair is dying. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no more plasma in the cells of those hair follicles, and so the plasma from your blood is what re-wakes those up.
I'm not gonna lie. I let Dr. Sandy gas me up to do the PRP once or twice, but I was like, I ain't fuck. I was like, yo, this shit too painful. That shit was giving me headaches. I was like, I'll just be bald, yo.
So you tried it.
I tried the PRP like twice.
But it wasn't.
They drew the blood. She drew the blood out of my arm. She did the whip up.
Hypocrite like a motherfucker, boy.
He jealous. Now the real.
Hold on. Time out. Hold on. Take your hat off real quick.
My shit fucked up.
I'm just trying to see what's going on.
I'm gonna get a haircut today.
Take it all the way off.
It's fucked up, Tory.
Cameraman, can you come over here? I was waiting for this moment to get his ass back. You know what I'm saying? You see me, I'm out here, I'm darker. You know what I'm saying? We live in large. I told him to get that. I just wanted to do that. You can go back to where you was
I'm gonna get the fresh ball today.
So who told you about this procedure? Was Tiger the one that told you? And how did you have that conversation? How did you ask him?
Tiger was definitely the person. Listen. Nobody knew that Tiger did this, so I'm sorry that I'm like, I'm sorry that but for niggas who paid attention to Tiger's hair and to paid attention to people that was like in the light, like, yo, he got a hair problem. What's he gonna do? You know what I'm saying? It was one of those ones where I was like, yo, I always knew that he did it. So when I met him, I met this guy finally after mad long. Like I knew mad people around him. You know, I would meet so many people around him and never knew him. So the first time I met him, like I damn near was plotting on this shit. I was like, bro, like you in Miami, bro, pull up to the crib. You know what I'm saying? He at the time, this is before Taste. He didn't have Taste.
Didn't have Taste.
He had a mixtape called Kyoto coming out, something like that. And basically, you know, he was dancing. You know, like it was a different Tiger. It wasn't, you know,
right?
Yeah.
But his hair was beautiful.
But his hair was beautiful.
Pause. But his hair was beautiful. So it was like, yo, so I was like, yo, bro, like I know, you know, I brought him to the side, you know what I'm saying? Really good with you in the really good with you in the hair. Like, and he was like, yo, he kind of looked at me for a split second, was just like, should I tell this nigga the secret? Should I let him in on it? All right, I told him, before he died, I said, yo, listen. This unlimited features thing is not a joke. This is real. What you told him. I was like, yo, this is real for the rest of my career, and I'm going to be big. I got you. Mind you, he didn't have Taste.
Right, he didn't have Taste at the time.
It wasn't like saying this to the Tiger he is today.
That's
like,
before Kylie, before all that.
No, it wasn't before. He had Kylie. That era was already, you know what I'm saying? But it was before he had the record.
Taste.
So it was like,
gotcha.
You know, just know that in these times, if no one's fucking with you right now, you still have unlimited features from me. I don't care. So basically, the fact that he did that, that's what ended up introducing me to the guy. The guy, you know, I'm gonna give it to y'all live on the show. The doctor's name is Dr. Ziering. Basically, he's a dude based out of LA. He's not a guy that you could just go to all the time because he's so booked up because his shit, it really works. You know what I'm saying? And he comes up with, there's so many different research things and things that he has.
You know that nigga.
I don't know that guy.
You know him.
I don't even know if he's white, black, or what he is. I don't believe
you.
He's a white guy though. That's the thing about it. And it's not that it can't be done for white people either, because it is, but it just specializes for.
How much does it cost to do?
Spanish. It depends on what you're doing. See, me, I had to. My shit was bad, boy. You look at the old pictures, my shit was bad. So
now we got some wild angles of you in this room that we'll never put out, but
see, and that's why you my dog. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta think, you gotta make some good music for them not to put out the wild shit in this room, you know. But now, like, it's definitely, it can be expensive or it can be inexpensive. It just depends on what you need to do. You feel me?
Why was the Hairline important to have? Because I ain't gonna lie, after that,
yo, it's whack to lose it. Yo, you know how like bro, like don't get me wrong, like I was rocking the baldy like strong and proud because like I'm that kind of nigga. Like, but you gotta think how much confidence comes with Tory. Like, it's a lot of confidence, dog. And even I was like, nah, I'm too young for this, dog. I'm not going baldy like this. I'm not doing this right now. So I had to do something, and it was either that or I had to get a tattoo on my head of a bunch of dots. Like, nah.
They say they usually say that men that bald are usually, they use other things to speak out. Like, you know, if you bald, then they'll do other things to really try to be a man, you know, like donkey of the day or sorry, go ahead, my bad, go ahead. So
the shit gonna come out about you having the fake shit, bro.
I don't got no fake hair, man.
Like, you can continue this charade all you want.
I ain't got no fake hair,
but this shit
man.
gonna come out.
Hey, we go to the same barbershop.
And Johnny told me what was up.
He didn't tell you that, man.
Listen, man, you gotta just face it. Niggas is coming back out here, B. Like, yo, like, let's get, like, you know, it's okay, dog.
I would have kept doing the PRP if it wasn't so painful. I'm like, man, fuck that shit. I'm not gonna keep getting my head shot up every time I come in.
so stupid with hair.
You gotta do it once a month.
You only supposed to do PRP though, like
4
just
times.
so we speaking on it. You only supposed to do PRP in like places that like, you know, it's really like either gone or you don't have that much to really.
This whole
like,
thing is gone.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit
like,
hurts though. Getting the shots. Oh
you
my
shouldn't
god.
be doing PRP. You should be doing like the whole follicle transfer type situation.
I ain't doing nothing. I'm just gonna stay bald.
It's fine, man. You know what I'm saying? Bald ain't that bad. You put the hat on, you grow a beard.
You'll be back.
I'm never coming back. I'm never coming back.
Now, what happened in the club the other night? We seen a video in the club, and you get
can't
into
talk about it. I don't get sued. Nah, but like it was just a misunderstanding. But I'd rather not talk about that. Just for legal.
You calmed
reasons.
down a lot for a while. That was the first.
I was shocked.
I've
been chilling, right?
Back on the bullshit.
I've been chilling though, right? Like, but that's the thing. Like, I be chilling. My whole thing is just like, I just don't like disrespect, bro. I'm not even like, in the words of my brother A$AP Rocky, I'm not a tough guy. I'm not a gangster. I'm not a nothing. But I slap the shit out of one of these niggas, bro. So it's just like, leave me alone, bro. When I'm on my cool and I'm on my chill time, I ain't bothering nobody. I ain't sending no diss records at nobody. Leave me the fuck alone, bro. You feel me? And like, whatever me and that dude spoke about, and you know, I think everybody should just know, like, it all derived from somebody walking up to me. I didn't go and start that problem. Somebody walked up to me with the animosity. So it's like,
did you know him? Did you know him?
Walked up to
Right?
you with animosity?
it was like, it was kind of crazy. But I don't want to talk into the situation. But yeah, like, I calm down. I be chilling. Like, just don't bother me, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a human being just like the next guy, famous or not. And I look at disrespect the way another nigga look at disrespect. Don't disrespect me. I'm not disrespecting
good,
you.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
He's not climbing the venues no more.
Nah, I'm still doing that. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
I had to go on 2 like arena tours, the Drake and the Chris Brown, but that's the only thing that kind of stopped me from being in that crowd, wilding out and climbing and crowd surfing and stuff like that, like I always do. But now that I'm back to my real shows, we back.
You can beat that case in a court of law too, though. By the way.
No. I'm not even worried about beating it. It's one of them things where it's so much things wrong with the picture. From you know, just a standpoint of protection of the artist, of whoever's supposed to be in that club for the night.
Yeah.
You know, it was a hosting, it was a night I was there. It's a lot. So it's like,
he shouldn't have been able to approach you like that.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, like I said, I'm a cool guy. I'm not a guy I'm singing R&B and bringing the old R&B classics back. I'm at a different point in my head. Like, you know, I'm not there with niggas, but just don't disrespect me. That's all I ask.
Just say you saw a B. Say it was a B in the club, because it didn't look like you connected, so you was trying to swat the B away. That's all. That's it. That's it.
It seems like you got a thing for Ashanti.
I love Ashanti, man. Shout out to Ashanti.
She's on the project.
She's on the front cover too.
Did you ever try to take it past this working relationship?
Nah, not like that. I mean, like, you know, in some friend shit, like, we'll talk about, like, going on vacation and shit like that. But, like, she's a cool person. Not that I wouldn't holler. But, you know, I think that when we met each other, like, we're both, like, we love to work. And I think that was, like, the common, you know, thing about it with me and her. It was like, yo, I like to work. Oh, you like to work too. Oh, like, I be in the studio till 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh, you be in the studio till 7 o'clock in the morning too? That was where we connected. And so, like, even when I first told her about the cover, she was kind of like, yo, she didn't really know the whole, like, aspect and the whole, like, Chixtape thing. She didn't know how big it was. So she was kind of skeptical about it at first. I remember I had this hour-long conversation with her, like, Ashanti, you look exactly like how you looked, probably younger right now, and I need the world to see the essence and the beauty of what's going on. And she was just like, all right, man, you know, we'll do it. And she came out there. It looked incredible.
You had to talk to her mom too, because I know her mom be.
Mom, yo, nah, I love moms. That's
mom don't play that.
That's my heart. Nah, but the thing about it is like her moms is really, I'm really cool with her moms. Like, you feel me? Like, every time she come around, like, you know, I definitely, I'll go have my own conversations with her mom, like, on our own, you feel me? So it's not even like, I don't look at her like the mom manager. I just look at her like, it's Ashanti mom, and at the end of the day, she gonna do what's right for her daughter. Like,
you know what I find interesting? You said Drake had no business being at the Camp Flog now. thing. Why did you think that?
Nah, it was something me and him both laughed about. Like the next day, like we was on the phone just laughing about it. And he was like, "Yo, that was one for the buck." You know, when a nigga just so rich, he just don't give a fuck. Like that was like that was the first time I was just like, "You so successful, you didn't even like that shit didn't even faze you." See, nigga like me would have been sitting at home. I'd have been sitting at home for a good couple hours, like, damn, I fucked up. He didn't even give a fuck. And so like my thing was just like, well, you know, now that you don't give a fuck, I just want to go on record saying, boy, you know goddamn well you shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So like when I said it, I was basically just reiterating the conversation we already had. Like, you know, it's.
Why you think he shouldn't have been there though?
Because not that he shouldn't have been there, but like a guy like him and a guy like me is like when those kids that wear dirty Chuck Taylors and they're in that crowd and they're waiting to see Frank Ocean. Because you know what I'm saying? At one point, he was also a man who wore dirty Chuck Taylors. They're gonna want to see Frank Ocean at that moment because they're anybody. If I expected to see fucking a hologram of fucking Tupac or whatever the fuck it is, if I expected to see something else and then you give me something else, I'm expecting to see. So I have this high expectancy for something, and then you gotta think about it. Like this nigga Frank Ocean's like a unicorn. Like you don't see this nigga. Like he's not a nigga that you actually see. Like, you feel me? You might go to the right popping show and see Drake. You're not going to see Frank Ocean just come out. And so, like, I think people were awaiting this big grand entrance from Frank Ocean. And, like, when they I don't even think it had nothing to do specifically with Drake. It was just like, yo, we're waiting for this grand thing, and we don't think we're going to get it now. I think that, like, they told us it's just going to be this, and we're not going to get what we were waiting for. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I think it was.
I think it's certain shows you refuse to do because of that?
Nah. I'll do every show because my thing is different. I don't give a fuck. I don't care how many of y'all niggas is out there. It could be 60, 100,000 of y'all niggas. Each and every one of you guys is individual. And if I was in the room with each and every individual one of you niggas, none of y'all niggas would front on me. Which means that if I'm a little different, this is just me. If I come closer to y'all, if I go, see me, I'd have put on a record, I'd have jumped in the crowd, I've been walking all over them motherfuckers. Like, what are y'all talking about? I'd have been standing in the middle of that shit like, what are y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day,
that's the old Tory Lanez coming back.
That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm a prove guy. I'm like, yo, I'll make y'all niggas hold me up by my feet right now. What we talking about?
You got hair. You ain't got to do that.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't
like,
do that now, Tory. You ain't got to do that now.
But I mean, like, and not to say like, yo, y'all are beneath me, not nothing like that. But just like, yo, like, I will give you the energy that make you have to reciprocate that back. That's why I said on another interview, if I was Drake at that moment, I'd have just dropped all 100 of my records. One of them you gonna have to fuck with. Boom, 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 boom. All of them.
That was so ill about it, though. He actually did ask the crowd, y'all want more? And they acted like they didn't, so he left.
And you know what the fucked up thing about that is?
God, I'm out.
But you know what the fucked up thing about that is? Is like coming off of tour with him, I know what he was about. Like when he says that thing, it's because he's about to like drop all of the real records.
Yeah.
Like you feel me? Like he's about to go like bomb, 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 bomb. Because I seen him do it in a thing. So like, it's kind of fucked up because it's like, damn, that was probably the moment that y'all were about to get something brazy. Like, you know, maybe a Travis Scott would have came out in a sicko mode or something like, you know. So I don't know.
Now, you know, the good thing about that story is I love the fact you said I called Drake. Because a couple of years ago, it wasn't like that. So I love the fact that y'all relationship is great,
I saw him post Chixtape 5 the other day and everything.
No, that's my nigga.
I love that.
I just seen his house actually for the first time.
Let's talk about that. That house looks fucking amazing.
This nigga house, first of all, I only saw the left side of it. You know what I'm saying? I only saw the left side.
That's crazy.
You walk in, big basketball court. Shit was crazy. Like this shit was so crazy. It's like, nigga, you just have this crib because you know niggas like me gonna come to Breakfast Club and let the world know. Like it just, bro, it's really like I had to look at the nigga. We was walking down the hallway and he was just showing me like his studio and like how it was just being built and like all the stuff in his crib. And I remember just walking through this nigga crib, bro, and it was at one point, like, I couldn't even front. I had to look at this nigga and go, bro, you really did it, bro. And I don't even talk to niggas like that. I'm one of them niggas, I keep it to myurself, bro. You did it.
How you can talk to a nigga about his hair, but can't give it up for a nigga house?
Nah, I'm saying, but some niggas, you know, they won't, you know, they not like that. So me, I just like at that moment, I had to just be like, yo, bro, you really did it, bro. You see it? It's like, yo, cuz, it's crazy. And then one thing I remember him telling me a long time ago is, he never cared about like buying a big house. He was just like, I care about buying land. And like, that's what spoke the values to me is like, yo, he owns this land. It's not even about the crib. Nigga owns the land, so whatever he want to do on it, he can just do. And that was the dope thing about it, you know? So I think
Why don't y'all collaborate more?
we don't see each other as often, but we talk to each other all the time. But we don't see each other as often. And we recorded one time when we was in Jamaica. We had recorded some stuff out there. But I think with us two, I think it's just like one of them things. It's like, yo, when we really finally like one time both niggas' schedules is clear and da-da-da-da, we'll really actually go in. And I think the thing is like, it's actually kind of crazy because over the years, them niggas over there became like, they like our cousins. It's like, and we never thought it would be like that. And I don't think they ever thought it would be like that. But like when we went on tour and certain things like that, it's kind of like you realize like, oh, these niggas is exactly like us. But what other niggas would be? You know what I'm saying? We all from Toronto. We never hit the road together. So it's kind of like a understanding of, oh, y'all niggas is really like us. So when the more we seen each other, it just started feeling like, it's like my cousin. So it came to the standpoint where like at the start, and I was, you know, I focused on like, yo, like, we should get a track and da-da-da-da, because maybe I felt like maybe the people wanted that. But at the same time, it's like, the more time went on, I stopped giving a fuck. It's like, yo, I don't even give a fuck if we never record. That's just my dog. Like, I can't even remember the last time I went around him and niggas was talking about music. Like, we don't, niggas don't care like that. So it's like, you know, I think that things that are supposed to happen when it comes down to us musically, I think they'll happen if they happen and when they happen organically. You know, I don't rush it. I don't, you know, I also do pride myself on the fact that you know, I'm somebody who came in the industry without a cosign. I'm somebody who came in here without, you know, a big feature or whatever the case is, and I think that still speaks volume. So as long as it takes, regardless, you know, I'm still building my own catalog, and that's what makes it dope when we finally get together and I got this many records too. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think you'd have been bigger if you'd came out with like OVO?
I think maybe at the time, I guess, but at the same time, I think that and I think even him listening to this or seeing this, it's like there was a moment when I was just that one guy who was like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a moment, and because it was just like this kid's so rebellious and just doesn't give a fuck about this move that could really shatter his career, and he's doing it this early with no cosign to back him and say, yo, don't worry, he's still good. So I took that limb very early, you know, and I think that it doesn't change anything that, you know, at the time, you know, of course, with Party Next Door and everybody coming out, it would have been a dope move. But for me, you know, I think the way we were introduced to Tory is, you know, it's part of it. You know, everything is part of the story. You know, when we remixed Controller, when we did all that stuff, it was part of the story. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't even think we would have been as close if that part of the story wasn't there.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was part of it was like, yo, I respect this nigga, but he's dissing me, and vice versa. We both felt the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect his music, but he's dissing me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think we would have been as close if it didn't start like that. You know?
Now I see there was a time where you were battling everybody.
Yeah, man.
Don Q, Dream Doll, you named it. Whoever.
I never battled Dream Doll. But let's keep
she threw a verse back at you.
Her verse was fire.
Man, her verse was fire.
Can we get?
She did. No, she bodied you. I ain't gonna lie.
She bodied my shit.
She did. She bodied you. She did. I was like, oh shit! I didn't know Dream Doll had that in her.
Well, Dream Doll's writer had that in her, but whoever wrote it is who bodied it, and whoever wrote it bodied my shit. You heard?
So why do you go into that? Like you just find somebody and just start shooting?
Nah, what was going on with me at that time? I was very angry, and it was some internal things going on with my label that, you know, a little bit later on I'll let y'all know about. But I was just very angry at my situation, and I felt like because of whatever my situation was, I wasn't able to shine the way I wanted to shine, or wasn't able to move how I wanted to move, and nobody knew what was going on. And so, like, at a certain standpoint, it was like, yo, I'm kind of confined to this situation. And it's like, niggas on the internet, they don't even respect me for like what I actually do. And I can't even come out here wilding because of my situation right now. So it just started making me upset. And then I was just like, you know what? Yo, fuck these niggas. Which one of these niggas is actually better than me? But it was for me, it was really like, I didn't even care about dissing niggas at the time. I just cared about showcasing what I was able to do because I felt like there was a situation going on that wasn't allowing me to do that. And so out of anger, a lot of those dudes just got the flame from me. You know what I'm saying? And like my thing was, luckily, because I never was actually mad at the person. It was fun and games for me. It was a big fucking joke. Like, you feel me? Like the whole time when the whole thing was going on and niggas was mad and everybody had a diss record, I was laughing. I was at home dying. Like, I was looking at so many diss records from this guy and so many people using their energy to put my name somewhere. It's like my plan worked.
What was the funniest diss record that came at
like,
you?
Yo, huh?
What was the funniest diss record?
The funniest diss
record. The Dream
record.
Doll shit.
Nah, the Dream Doll shit was actually good.
That was good.
But it was funny
though. I think it was maybe like a J.R. Writer. I just didn't understand why.
J.R. Writer did one?
Yeah, it was like or like one of them niggas, like one of them New York niggas. Like I think it was like a lot of New York niggas, and those were, I think, just the most like funny to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, not that J.R. Writer is funny. I like J.R. Writer. I'm actually like, I was a fan of J.R. Writer. That's why it was funny. It was like, yo, J.R. Writer's dissing me right now. This is funny.
Did you see
or like,
any of them?
you know what I'm saying? I ran into J.R. Writer's cousin somewhere one day, and it was crazy. I wasn't even trying to like say anything. I seen these niggas parked up in a Wraith, and I had a Wraith at the time. I was driving a Wraith, right? And we parked up inside this convenience store. And for some reason, I don't even know why, I don't even talk to niggas when I'm alone. You feel me? I was alone, I was dolo. I pulled out the car and I turned to these niggas. I said, "Y'all the only niggas getting money." And he's like, "Yo, Tory, I'm J.R. Writer cousin." I said, shit.
So here you go. I start taking my jewelry off.
I said, shit. Nah, niggas came up. Yo, I gotta call Writer right now. Shit. Nigga call him. I said, yo. He said some shit like, yo, Tory, da 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 da. But he wasn't really. He was just kind of like, yo, it is what it is. Yeah, it wasn't beefing. I was just like, yo, I'm still chew your shit one day. You know what I'm saying? When I get the chance, I'll still come chew your shit. Like no game involved. Like pause. But I'll still chew your shit. But it is what it is. Right. At the time, it was just a fun thing to me.
But did you really fuck Dream Doll though? She said you was sucking her feet through her socks.
Yo, I've never sucked a toe in my life. Real talk. Well, I never sucked a toe and I never ate ass.
She said you ate ass too. Yep,
and I never, ever want to deal with the look of funny boy business still. Not to anybody. You love who you want to love. Do what you want to do. When it comes to niggas like me, we have heavy Jamaican roots. The way we move, that's not us. You feel me?
But even with that line, that could be taken either way. That's what I was trying to explain. When she said the thing about you wanted another dude in the room.
Yeah, some shit like.
But that could be like, yo, let my man hit.
That too. That was the funny thing about the line though. Is like it sounds like a train, but
that's what I'm saying.
But still, even if it was that, like I still don't even dibble dabby like that. For two reasons. Like especially nowadays, me and my mans don't need to hit the same joint. I don't want no charges. I don't want nobody saying we tried nothing funny to you. I don't want none of that. You feel me? Number two, that is funny boy business. No, that is funny boy business.
So you never ate ass, Tory Lanez?
I never ate ass.
Did you eat? But did you and Dream Doll was?
He's not married yet. That's why.
Was she accurate when she said that y'all slept together?
Yeah, I fucked her.
Oh, okay.
But I said that on the record, and the thing was just like it was one of those ones where it's like Tabby. Everybody knows. Like this is one of those ones that's just like you were supposed to hear that and laugh. Like it wasn't supposed to. You weren't supposed to take it so offensively. Like it's not a big deal that like something happened between us at a time. Like
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's my friend. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't even look at her like it was like. I called her right after the record. Was like, yo, I like the way you delivered that. Like I never heard you deliver a verse like that. I would have said I like the way you wrote it, but. Whatever. I like the way you fucking delivered that shit, my nigga. You delivered the fuck out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Word. So,
Well, the album is out right now.
Chixtape 5. Dope project, man.
Dope project, man.
Thank y'all.
Appreciate you for joining us and being so honest, man.
Every day, man. You know what it is.
Yeah, maybe you could take a page out of his book, Envy, and stop lying about your fucking hair.
I know you're going to take his number on the side and be like, what's that doctor's info?
No, I got him. Hold him down. Y'all also start seeing Charlamagne start coming back like me. I was like, word.
All right, it's Tory Lanez. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.